Hello! Today I wanted to do a what's in my bag video, and my bag is quite big. It's just a force of habit. I tend to have to carry with me things like extra cardigans, extra scarf, extra whatever, so I've just ended up using a big old bag if I'm out of the house for more than a couple of hours. So, let's see. This is my bag, and it's an older style of the so-called bag of holding from ThinkGeek, and I have a few patches on there. The big one is an old t-shirt I cut up and just stuck on there. It's my cousin's fan sign project called Coffee, which is the Norwegian word in his dialect for coffee. And I also have a Hello Kitty Stormtrooper, which was given to me by a friend. On the side here I have some keychains for the zipper pulls. On the other side I have this thing. It's Totoro from the Ghibli movie My Neighbor Totoro. It's one of those real pulley, not sure what to call it. It's a travel pass case, technically, so you can put your, like, Oyster card or whatever in here. But I use this to keep a lip balm in, because my lips are terribly chapped and dry all the time. And this pink thing is a hand sanitizer. So, let's see. I'm going to start with the little pocket in the lid. And in here, I have my phone. Usually I just have this in my hand when I leave the house, but if I do need both my hands, I will just put it in the lid pocket and walk out the door. I have this little pouch, which is for my various keys and things. I have the extra spare set of car keys. Even though I don't drive myself, I keep the extra set in my bag. And I have a portable ashtray, because I am a smoker. Yep. I usually also keep my pack of cigarettes in this pocket, but they are in the living room right now. On the inside, there's 3 compartments, and this bottom one I hardly ever use because it's just the button close. So in the next one up, where I have this little Olaf keychain, and the reason I have these keychains on the zipper pulls is because it's just easier for me to grab a hold of if my hands are being not the best, because that can happen. And speaking of that, I get cold a lot, so I carry an extra pair of thin, warm gloves. And then we have some Kleenex tissues, the fancy kind with it says balsam on it. I don't know what that would be called in English, but it's the kind where when you blow your nose, it doesn't get red and sore afterwards. Because I have allergies and I get sniffles quite often. And then I have this little Hello Kitty metal tin, and this houses my very cute fabric face mask. It does provide some protection against things like dust and pollution and pollen to some degree, but I wouldn't necessarily trust it if I have to go to the hospital or the ER, where there's sick people everywhere and I'm kind of susceptible to getting sick from those sorts of places. So in this pouch, also Hello Kitty, because I love Hello Kitty, I keep these other types of face masks. They are more designed for hospital use, and while they are technically single use and disposable, I do use mine more than once unless I'm at the hospital. Then it's more of a case of use it, throw it. I have one pair of headphones. These are pink ones. And the last thing in this pocket is my smaller pill case. And in this little thing I have things like aspirin, our local equivalent to what I think would be Advil, whichever one y'all have in the United States that contains paracetamol. This is just paracetamol, it's called Paracet here. And I have some various other little things. This red thing up here is Chinese tiger balm, which is really good for headaches and sore muscles and things like that. So I have a small one up here, and Hello Kitty. So that's everything in the front pouch. Yep. And then we have the main compartment, and the zipper pull on that is Minnie Mouse keychain I got at, let's see, Walt Disney World, as far as I know. Might have been Disneyland, I don't remember. I've been to both a long time ago. So in this compartment I carry a small plushie with me wherever I go, usually. And there's a long story behind all that, but the short version is that when I was first diagnosed, way back, one of the first things I did was buy a big plushie that I would then use or make myself feel better, comfort myself, all this type of stuff, whenever I would be having a bad day or have a depressive episode or a panic attack. But that plushie is huge. It's the size of a small toddler, so I got a small one that would fit in pretty much all my bags. So I keep this with me and I take him everywhere because he kind of serves as a grounding tool whenever I'm not feeling well, especially with anxiety and panic and stuff. It's nice to have, and it's really soft and fluffy, so it kind of feels nice, just like try to keep going while I'm waiting for my ride home and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's one of the more Spoonie-like things, I guess. And then I also always carry water with me. I try my best to drink a lot of water, especially in summer, because I don't deal well with the heat. So I found this bottle case thing. The character is Kuma. It's a Japanese cartoon character, and the case itself is insulated, so it keeps my cold water in my bottle colder longer, which is good. So I just think it's really, really cute, and it serves a purpose. So, and then I have my wallet, which is from an anime called Cardcaptor Sakura, and so it says Sakura on it, on both sides and on the back. It's a really cute anime. It's one of those magical girl animes. So in here, it's just like the usual crap, like point cards, credit cards, and stuff like that. I also, in this little thing, which is Sailor Moon themed, because I love Sailor Moon, I have let's see. It's a card that I'm just trying to cover up my vitals here. Yeah, screw it. It's a small paper card that here in Norway you get when you have paid a certain amount when going to the doctors and going to other types of treatment and getting prescription drugs and whatever. You pay a certain amount for everything, and after a while, when you reach like the set limit, they send you this card, and after that, most everything that's covered by this is free. So my doctor's appointments, my shrink appointments, most of my meds, and some of the other stuff is now free for me because I have this card. I want to make a video trying to explain how the healthcare system in Norway actually works, because everyone keeps hearing that it's free, but it's not really free. And I want to explain why that is. Okay, next up we have my notebook. This notebook, because I tend to have one notebook for each thing or project or whatever. This notebook is specifically for this YouTube and blog and everything that goes with it. So in here I have notes on blog posts, notes on video ideas, research notes for blog posts or videos or whatever. And I just keep everything in this book. Just how I do things. And along with that, I have my pencil case. And you might notice that a lot of the stuff I have is either pink, or at least pastel colored, including my highlighters in this pouch. Or it's like unicorn, holographic, and glittery and stuff. Because I just love that stuff. Anything mildly Japanese, anything mildly cutesy and kind of childish, I'm into it. Speaking of Japanese, I have a manga in here. This is volume 1 of the Sailor Moon manga, and it is entirely in Japanese. Because I am, there we go, I am trying to teach myself Japanese. It's a slow process, but it's fun. And I usually keep some sort of book or manga or my iPad in my bag. If I'm out of the house for more than just like a quick shopping trip or something like that, if I have to be somewhere over a period of time, I like to keep something like this with me. So yeah, a book, in this case a manga. And I have seen the anime series for Sailor Moon, so I kind of know what happens. But I also really like trying to read the original version, so yeah. And speaking of cutesy stuff, we have my technical pouch, which is Disney princess themed, if I'm not mistaken. We have Cinderella and Rapunzel. Oh, sorry. And in this I keep my unicorn-shaped power bank, some charger cables, extra set of headphones, that sort of thing. Next pouch is Hello Kitty. And in here I have, let's see, SPF, dry shampoo, glittery seashell shaped hairbrush, some hair ties, mirror, that sort of thing. And this last pouch in this compartment is the Spoonie pouch. So in here, let's see, I have a bigger thing of Tiger Balm. This is white Tiger Balm. I also have red Tiger Balm usually with me because they serve slightly different purposes. White is best for headaches and stuff, and also like general use. So if I can't find red, I will just use white. The red one also contains cinnamon oil, so it's very good for like sore muscles and stuff because it kind of heats up. This feels kind of cooling to the skin in a way. So yeah. I also have this oil blend, which was given to me by a friend, which kind of does the same thing as Tiger Balm. And it actually does really work. So I have a small roll-on bottle thing of that. I have a thing of hand sanitizer. I have like one of these in or on every single bag I own because, yeah. Just because. Along with that, I also have some hand cream. This happens to be floral and strawberry scented. It doesn't smell that much, thankfully. With a unicorn on it, because I love unicorns a lot. I am a weird unicorn. These are wipes for my glasses, pack of 2. More lip balm. This one is medicated with menthol, so this is really good in winter when my lips get even worse than they usually do. Let's see, I have my slightly bigger pill case, and in this, in addition to all the over-the-counter stuff that I have in the other one, I also have my stronger painkillers and my panic meds in this. So that is the reason why I keep this in a pouch in the big compartment in my bag, so that it's less accessible in case of people trying to mug me and stuff like that. You know how it goes. And then I have some strong breath mints. I'm going to make a video as to why I keep breath mints with me at all times. It's not exactly what you think, but it's interesting. It just requires me to kind of finagle the language a bit, because it's easy to explain in Norwegian, but I've never really tried to explain it in English, so we'll see how that goes. And then I have something that I ended up getting based on my trip to Japan many years ago, and also from watching a whole lot of YouTubers and TV shows and all kinds of stuff from Japan in learning Japanese. This is a small hand towel in here, in a plastic case. And the reason is that in Japan, virtually no restroom in the entire country will have paper towels in the restrooms, like public restrooms. So most, if not all, Japanese people are used to carrying their own hand towels around with them everywhere they go for that reason. And I just kind of ended up picking one up and started carrying it around because it's practical. So I don't have to rely on there being a paper towel everywhere. So, and then this is the last item in my pouch. These are the cute, very cute, Sanrio themed little twin stars character themed face masks. I have these mostly because they are cute, but also if I'm wearing a cute outfit that doesn't really go well with, say, black face masks, I have these ones. But because they are licensed by Sanrio and therefore also kind of expensive, I tend to save them. I'll probably get more eventually, but for now I just have those and it's fine. So that's everything in the big mid compartment. I have to close the lid again because on the back here we have a zippered compartment that just about fits my laptop. Right now it's empty. Usually, if I'm out and about or in a meeting or something, I'll just shove like papers or notes and things in there. And on the very back there is a pocket with a button on it. And in here, upside down, wonderful. Here I keep my cane, which is a foldable cane, so it's not terribly big, and it fits neatly in my bag, my giant bag. So that is everything. And like I said, if I'm out of the house for just a quick shopping trip, I'll just grab a few key items and put them in a smaller bag. So I'll take this typically. If I'm just going to the store though, I'll take this. And my wallet, my water, probably Eeyore, likely my headphones, and my phone. And that's about it. And also my keys, of course. So, yeah. That is everything. I think, yes? Yes. Bye!